welcome to the Natural Hair Channel where we keep it real. This is Wisdom Coils, and I know it's been a while. I just finally got back into making content after such a long time with the pandemic and had a lot of mental health issues and stuff like that, but I've since decided, you know what? It's been a while since I posted about something I'm so passionate about, which is natural hair. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about some pressing issues I think that are in the natural hair community, while also detangling and moisturizing my hair. And yeah, so let's do it. Alright, so this is how I have my hair, and don't laugh. I got it in these chunks here. After wash day, it's looking rough, y'all, but hey, that's why I'm doing it now. But I mean, it's still shiny, but these ends are bad. You can see. Go ahead. There we go. So yeah, got a lot of single strand knots and stuff. But anyways, that leads me into my first topic, which is natural hair trauma. Because growing up, I was like one of the only kids my age that wanted to be natural. I remember, and the crazy thing about it was mostly like older male family members or something or other would be like, when are you going to get something done with your hair? Where I just had it in like a high puff or something. And I was always like, even as a little kid, I was always like, why can't I wear my natural hair the way it comes out of my scalp? But every other race of girl can, and nobody says anything about it. And so ever since I was a kid, I never fed into that bias. Plus, I was always extremely fascinated with my hair and the way it curled up and reverted and stuff like that. So I never let anybody stop me from liking my own hair. But I was peer pressured sometimes into getting things like sew-ins and weaves, and they were okay, but I didn't personally care for them because it wasn't my hair texture. But one thing I will tell you is the positive reinforcement I got when I wore those styles was insane. The boys all of a sudden were way more interested, and other girls gave nods of approval and stuff like that. And that it still didn't lead me to have bad self-esteem for my hair, because I was always a very headstrong kid. But what it did do was it let me know as a kid that, like, people around me think there's something wrong with my natural hair. And I never understood that. The only time it stopped, and this was so disgusting, the only time it stopped was when I started like leaving my hair wet, and I didn't like try to towel it dry or blow it dry immediately, and they saw that my hair had a curl and that it was fairly long, and then they stopped doing it. And it was so disheartening. And after that, I realized that our hair is something to be celebrated. No, it is not a nuisance. And no, you do not have to have a curl pattern or anything like that for your hair to be good or valuable or anything like that. Your hair just has to be healthy, and you have to love it. And that's what makes your hair good. So, yeah. Anyways, but one of the main things I wanted to talk about was the fact of hair salon trauma. And one of the main instances of hair salon trauma I'm thinking about right now is scissor happy stylists. When I was younger, I remember getting Dominican blowouts. I think that's what they're called. I don't want to be offensive or anything now, but that's what we call them where I'm from. And for lack of a better term, that's what I have to call them. They were always in Dominican salons, Dominican blowouts. And if you know, you know. But anyways, they would blow your hair out, but it wasn't even just at those salons, but they were the ones that blew it out the straightest. And what they would do is they would ask you if you wanted your ends clipped. Sometimes they wouldn't ask. Sometimes they would just clip it. And they would cut too much hair off. Like, they would start cutting, and they would cut too much hair off. And, like, whatever you told them to do or how much you want it taken off, they wouldn't ask you, all right, here's how much damage you have. How much would you like to cut today? They would just cut how much they wanted to cut. And that would leave you, or left me, with little to no trust in natural hairstylists. And so that's why I just stopped going. The last time I went to a natural hair salon, I was 18. And I went to get a blowout for graduation from high school. So I'm in my mid-20s now. So in 2 more years, it'll be a decade. You can do the math. And that led me to maybe have a lot more split ends that I need to get done. So when I do go and get my hair done, I won't be surprised if I have a lot of dead ends. Let me pause for a screen cap. Anyway, let me get a little closer so you guys can see some texture. It's not reverting because I did blow it out on cool. This is what I'm using. Of course, I'm not sponsored. But anyways, back to natural hair trauma. So now, after the natural hair movement first boomed, there still wasn't a lot of education being done as far as teaching people how to properly deal with natural hair, specifically kinkier, coilier textures of hair. And so now I think it's getting a lot better to where there are actually natural hair stylists in my area now. I remember when I was growing up, there was no such thing. There were no natural hair stylists. Like, I would go into salons or something like that to get a sew-in, and they would act like they've never seen hair like mine when their hair was probably the same texture. And like, my curl pattern isn't even that loose. It's like 3C4A. Like, they're acting like, I don't know, like I just feel so bad for girls with the tighter curl patterns. So that's why it's just because it's still to this day in 2024, people are still acting like they've never seen anybody with a tighter texture of hair. And they're also acting like people with tighter curl patterns don't deserve to have quality hair care. Like, they're still charging people for having tighter textures of hair. Now, there is a thing where, like, maybe they're charging for longer hair, and that's understandable, because if my hair was like double this length, meaning like coming all the way out here, then if you have to braid it or manipulate it, that is more work. I get it. But there is no possible way that if you got a cosmetology degree or something like that, that you should not be able to detangle like 4C hair. Like, come on now, y'all. And that's why I was so happy that the natural hair community became a thing. And a lot of people like to say it's dead now. I don't think so. I just think that the natural hair community did what it was supposed to do. And there's still a long way to go. But it did what it was supposed to do. Thanks to the natural hair community, all these hairlines, these big hairlines like Dove and Olay and all of these different people have natural hairlines that cater to textured hair. When the natural hair community first started, they didn't have that. We didn't have that. Like, we had to figure out how to detangle our hair properly. A lot of us have never even heard of what deep conditioning was. And that's why our hair wasn't growing. Now, the myth that black women can't grow hair is gone. Well, I hope it's gone. But it's gone because of the natural hair community. And so it did what it was supposed to do. But anyways, so my ends are really bad, and I've been trying to clip them at home for years. And I thought I was getting some good shears, but I realized that if I get a good pair of shears, like a really good pair of shears, they're going to be expensive. And then on top of that, you got to keep getting them sharpened and stuff like that. And I don't feel like doing that. Anyway, let me pause for another screen cap or something. I could post it. Probably post these on TikTok or something like that. Hair's out of the frame. So, anyway, I'm probably gonna put my hair back in those 4 little chunk braids so I can keep it detangled until I'm ready to style it again. But yeah, I need my hair clipped. I need my ends clipped, and I've been looking for a good natural hair stylist to do so. And I probably will be getting it clipped by the end of the week. And maybe I'll vlog if they'll let me. But it's nerve-wracking because of all the experiences I've had with scissor-happy stylists who don't care about what their clients want. I understand that maybe 10 inches of hair may need to be cut off, but if your client doesn't want that, why do you still do it? Like, I know it's what's best for them, but that's something you need to build a relationship with your customer to be able to do without feeling like they were betrayed, and then they'll end up like myself, not going to a natural hair stylist for years, and then ending up with a lot of dead ends and stuff like that, and maybe trying to maintenance it themselves while not being able to do so the right way. So all I'm saying is that the PR that a lot of these natural hair stylists need to have is better. And I feel like a lot of people that may be in the natural hair industry right now don't actually love their jobs. I feel like a lot of them just don't love their jobs. And so they're just all about getting people in and out as fast as possible and taking their money and not really like serving the community, because I don't know. I'm not a natural hair stylist. I don't know what it's like, but I was a customer and I will be again soon. And this appointment will literally set the tone for how I'm going to deal with my hair. How I'm going to deal with my hair going forward. Am I going to trust natural hair stylists again? Or am I just going to have to save up and get a good professional pair of hair shears and blow my hair out and hope to goodness that I don't destroy my hair? Because I can't trust the professionals to take care of my hair and have my best interest and listen to me. It's kind of the same thing as like how some black women, when we go through medical racism, we go into a place and we tell them that we're in pain and they won't listen to us. They'll just call us hysterical or something like that, and they'll still do what they think they want to do without listening to us. I kind of feel like it's the same way. And because a lot of the natural hair stylists are also other black women, that's really sad. Like, I really feel like we should really be sticking together a lot more. And I feel like only people that love what they do should be getting into any type of service. Like, any type of service position where you really deal with people's thing. Because, like, some people don't understand how important hair is to black women. Like, it's a $1 trillion industry because of black people, especially black women. We spend the most money on beauty out of every other group of people. Like our hair, our nails, our clothes, skincare, makeup. We spend the most. And that's why other groups of people try to hop into the industry and sell to us, because there's a lot of money in black communities for beauty. And if we're serving ourselves, we need to serve ourselves better than these other groups of people who are coming in here trying to capitalize off our money are serving us. Because if not, people will not continue to buy black and support black-owned business if they go to somebody else and they don't cut all their hair off or make them distrust them. Like, some of the time, a lot of people don't be buying black. A lot of it be our own fault, because we don't be serving our customers the best way we could. And I don't have, like, well, I work in finance. I'm a life insurance broker, but on the side. But still, I'm only doing what's best for my clients. And so in your field, you should only be doing what's best for your clients, and listening to your clients' needs, and making sure that they leave without trauma. Because cutting someone's hair or messing up someone's hair, especially a woman, can be so traumatizing. Like, it can really be traumatizing. Like, it can cut somebody's self-esteem in half, and then make them have to, like, yeah, we have weaves and wigs, but, like, I don't know. Just please try to listen to your customers more, hairstylists, and don't cause them harm. Mental harm, physical harm. Like, just please listen to us, and so we can help you help us, and help us help ourselves. I'm probably be posting a lot of these on Instagram, so yeah. So we can help us help ourselves, and yeah. That's really all I wanted to say. Just get on here and talk about how terrified I am to be getting my ends clipped. And yeah, y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to wish me luck when I get my ends clipped. And then they be having certain fees, extra fees for wash and blow dry, and it's just like I hope I really do not have to be going there spending $200 just to get my hair washed, blow dried, and my ends clipped. It's not like I'm Rapunzel or something like that, y'all. Like, I don't know. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. This is how my hair is under the bonnet right now until I style it. I'm not sure. I really don't style my hair often. I usually just put it in a bun or something like that. Which I probably do. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for joining me, y'all. Again, this has been Wisdom Coils, and yeah. Bye.